Hey peeps, Pinkle16 here and another video of my own to commentate over. We're finally up to Super Mario 64 Adventures Episode 3! Wow, you made a bunch of crud in the between 2 and 3. Funnily enough, this happens to be one of my most viewed videos. I don't see what is so intriguing about it. I basically wanted a video where I showed off that I could go to Star Road and do things before I would eventually make it the main focus of something. Hint hint. So, I don't understand what people see in this video that apparently got it the 1,500 views it has got at the time of this recording, but apparently it was interesting and still is, so let's just watch it. I'm not gonna comment on this intro, I've already done so twice. Thanks, YouTube. Okay, since YouTube apparently broke, let's just continue from where we were supposedly. Okay, what happened in this scene? Okay, I don't have controllers. I control everything in these videos by the keyboard. Yes, I control a three-dimensional game by a keyboard. Essentially, I have the Mario 64 playing some 64 multiplayer game. I can't exactly play it because my ping is terrible. And apparently it lags me out whenever I play it with anybody else, so I can't exactly play it with anybody. But back when this was actually just released, I wanted to just show a small little clip of me trying to play it with Jinder or somebody, which is basically going to be the video. However, I can't actually control the other Mario, so I just do so to show some sort of interaction, and I know I have the HUD already really terrible, and it's going to contradict that in the next scene. I just wanted to show there was some activity by the fact that we probably had died, and I was just bouncing on Jinder's head. It's really, really terrible and really contradictory, and I'm fully aware of it, and I don't do stuff like this anymore. I actually wanted to see if I could jump on its head! I actually wanted to have them holding controllers, like, have me holding a controller, but the problem is, with the view, the controller would need to be a back view. I looked it up, there wasn't anything. There's just controllers front views. And I'm like, how are you going to be holding a controller front view? Like, are you going to be just holding the controller front ways? Nobody does that. So I just voted for them holding nothing. There's a button on the wall. That's how this works. Yeah, it's contradictory because we just saw the star count at 0. I probably should have hid the HUD, but that wouldn't have made sense for the game now, would it? I know, it's really contradictory. I say it's at 0, and then it's somehow at, like, wherever Big Bruce Haunt stars would be, which is really stupid. Really terrible, I know. Basically what I'm trying to say is everyone's seen Super Mario 64, okay? If I go to every single area, people will know exactly what I'm talking about, doing the exact same things that everybody's done over and over, and there won't be any point. That's basically what I'm saying. script. That's why I'm still doing. That's why I'm still doing that. It's not a retexturing. Funnily enough, at this point, Into the Fourth Dimension had already been released, so like we were already used to Star Road somewhat. And I don't care if this was a beta theme, it's still the theme. New, I say. Meanwhile, it's already been out for like a year, 2 years at best, I think. You know what would be better if I described a different SM64 hack that nobody's been to? Maybe I'll be able to do that eventually. That's why I say familiar. You're gonna see some references later on in this video. Because I'm the one trying to string this all together to make it make sense. Says the one who just contradicted herself in a scene. I tend to use the wing cap backwards theme for him because it makes more sense for his character. He lied here. Blue actually doesn't want him for anything in the story. He's just making an excuse. And we believe him. Okay, you know what Mario 551 said about like Star Road being connected to the Mario 64 world through normal means? You can basically just blast air through a cannon and it'll happen. You don't have to go through the Star World all the time. Yeah, I utilize that pathway a lot because apparently he seems to have forgotten about these kinds of minor details, so I'm the one who manages to keep bringing them up all the time. Yes, we get it, we're pointing that way. In actuality, whenever we blast there, we always end up hitting that invisible wall, okay? It's just a transition because it's actually part of the story that when they blast into the sky there's a portal that leads to the Star Road much easier than traversing an entire dimension just to get there. Deus Ex Machina the Canon. Essentially, I have the Canon 360 code. Nice cut. Okay, yeah, I really wanted to show this off this bit particularly. The laugh you'll hear me go for is not particularly the best either. Though at least it's not recorded with a potato. I can't freeze my camera since obviously it moved. I can't texture for my life. Nowadays I actually do that properly. At least it's not recorded from a potato. I was trying to show that I was cracking up at the fact that he didn't know how to -20. Yeah, I'm the only person who knows how to do that sometimes. We spent a minute doing nothing. Oh yes, you might be hearing it a lot, but I tend to use a lot of Sonic Rush Adventure music. Quite simply because it's underrated. Not a lot of people know about the songs to that game. Plus, it generally tends to fit with the theme that I'm going for in the video. So, yeah, I tend to go for the underrated games so then people can know about them better. Again, it's one of those, I'm imagining things that's happening. It could be a potential thing. It actually happened, but I don't know it. However, it's not so obvious here. Also, I tried to make it look like a flashback scene, but I obviously failed. I say new, even though Into the Fourth Dimension's already been out. To be fair, there's not much actually Star Road aside from the Fourth Dimension, which is just a retextured Star Road. Okay, the reference I'm about to pull here is pretty stupid. The next dimension from here. My story follows the same kind of continuity logic of Mario 551's. The same 4 or 5 dimensions exist, and they are in exactly the same places. It's just a different continuity and story surrounding them. Basically, when I'm saying the next dimension from here, I'm talking about Blooper 44 because I wasn't able to commentate on that before I got wiped from the existence of this planet. Thank you. But I contributed so much towards Blooper 44. I was the one who was doing all the color codes for that darn video. And I'm basically saying I was in Blooper 44. Yep, I was here and I was over there and yeah. I'm saying this place hasn't been shown much anyway because I mean Star Road itself, not the fourth dimension, because the fourth dimension has just been overused in the wrong ways, I might say. Since I do want to show it off properly in comparison to how stupid it's been shown off otherwise. Also, if I'm referencing Blooper 44, I'm trying to also say a more sensible version instead of the nonsense that Sama 3 creates. Basically, that video was color codes the video, and it was literally just meetings. I say what it... I made Jinder ask the question because he was not in Blooper 44, nor does he even know anything about it. Love how he's here and then he vanishes. I assumed he was inside already. Glitches. Okay. This was back in 2013. I did not know how to destroy the flickering, so you're just going to see that a lot sometimes. Nowadays, I have actually destroyed it, and you'll never see a flicker from Star Road ever again, and I'm very thankful for that. Dear God. It is the most annoying thing you ever see. There was a thing on my graphics plugin where it said Vertex Software Clipper or something. Unticking that fixed it. So you'll just see in the corners of the screen some random flickering. I actually have some preserved footage that I'm planning to use for a future video that I'm about to release. Hint, 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 hint. That still has footage from flickering days. It's kind of cringeworthy, but I still need the I need the flickering footage because I need the original preservation of it. Also, this is some great camera footage when it just turns on its own. This was a very awful freeze camera code. Movie Maker wasn't out, so I had to use the freeze camera code. This was 2013. Oh, you'll also hear me use a lot of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon 2 music because most of the music in that game really fits the atmosphere I'm trying to tell. And it's also underrated. Okay, yeah, I was trying to get instantly to Star Road so that I could show Jinder things. I can't really get many shots here because, it's not one of those areas where you can move the Mario head. Now I can because I have Mario Movie Maker, but back here, I literally only had moving the characters as understanding the script lines, which is really depressing. The other place being the fourth road. Because the fourth road was a thing on my mind that I really wanted to fix. I have fixed it, and I do know what I'm going to do with it, but it's a really, it's a big detail at this time. Yep, I'm gonna hide it from him until the series where I eventually reveal it to him. So I intentionally foreshadow. I love how I'm right here and then I just vanish. I skim past so much stuff. By the way, I mainly like this level because of its 4th dimensional retexturing that MM gave it. Also, I suck at controlling my character. I think I actually had to re-record this scene because I think I fell off or something. I assumed I got the coin, I obviously didn't. This was a weird idea of mine that I had at the time, and obviously I cringe at it now. This is my supposed favorite level in Star Road. I mainly like it because of the color detail it has, and the 4th dimensional retexturing fits with my 4th dimensional counterparts' colors, so it just blends and fits. Yeah, he's just there. Remember what I said about the lying bit? Yeah, that happened. Although the fact that he came out of nowhere does not help my case either. Yes, he ran through collecting all 130 stars looking like that. Yes, my tutorial video! Oh yeah, that goes for anyone else as well who's screwed with color codes in general. Who doesn't know color codes in general. Which is basically that video where I talk like a weirdo and explain some color code bits. Some of it's a bit outdated. LOL annotation lag. I'm advertising it twice in the same scene. Jesus Christ, I'm not usually this advertise centric, which is why I never do it now. Special being 4th. Dude is supposed to be a gender neutral thing, so don't worry about that. Yeah, I don't see what you all see in that. We just go to Star Road. We see the beginning area. We see the castle. We go to the Star Road. We have a talk. We go into a level, and that's it. I don't see what you guys find so interesting about it that it warranted 1,000 views. I guess the weirdest stuff can generate views. Oh yes, in 2013, we were at school. We were given laptops to work with. My year particularly was the last year to obtain these said laptops, and I'm the only one who's ever going to own a laptop like this, basically. They were crud. They were absolutely slow. You only could use Internet Explorer on them. You weren't allowed to install Chrome or Firefox or any other internet browser for that matter. And they had the most minimal programs you could ever think of. Absolutely terrible. Oh my god, absolutely awful. So basically, internet browsing with the things was really, really awful. So when I tried to look up stuff, even if it was a website that wasn't even blocked, this kind of stuff would happen, which is why I'm parodying it in this random moment. After much waiting, because we have really terrible school Wi-Fi. Yeah, we weren't even allowed to use Firefox, so it would always show Internet Explorer's dumb stupidity. I'm sure, I definitely know me and my friends have terrible memories of the darn things. Oh well, they're better than handing nothing out. No child is ever going to receive the anticipation of getting a laptop anymore. And they're actual bloopers, not skits. Yeah, I had to refilm that scene several times. Project 64 priorities. Knuckles the echidna. Yeah, that's when he's explaining. Yeah, I was actually merely looking at the other outtakes. So, yeah. This was my idea on how to get into Star Road. Basically, I wanted to jump into Star Road, but that obviously failed. By the way, all of this is scripted on the spot, of course, like I said before. Yeah, sometimes I'll just try and make an outtake, like as if I was actually recording the actual scene, like, you know, my character is an actor and I'm just recording the script line. And then a thing happens. That's usually how it happens. Oh yeah, Mario and Luigi Dream Team recently released at the time, so I was busy getting songs for that game. I think that was a moon jump, but I don't exactly remember because of all the stupid flickering. Yeah, I wanted to do a different angle, that particular angle for it, and then it just failed terribly. And then I ended up dying. I don't even know where Jinder ended up, so I will never know. Yeah, I sometimes slow the characters down when I mean them to walk. And I flickered the camera, obviously. I wanted to jump down calmly. Basically, when I jumped down in the actual video, I was tapping the jump buttons and then I wasn't slamming my face into the ground. Yeah, that's what I meant by I re-recorded this shot. I recorded it from this angle and ended up doing stupid things. Whatever you're gonna call that thing. Okay, yeah, basically I turned Akin's color code on, Akin's stuffed up color code on, and then my own, which ended up making me look like that, which was really weird. Yeah, basically what I'm saying is Akin's color code is on mine, so the lighting looks all weird because I have Akin's color code on instead of my own. Yeah, I had a good camera shot and then I killed it with a stupid color code. The truth. I sometimes make Lakitu a sneaky little butt. Yeah. Don't even ask me how angry I was when I recorded that scene. See y'all, have a good day, peace, and I'll see you in my supposed 2-year special video, which is just as bad as the other one. Ugh. See y'all, have a good day, peace.